Good morning and welcome to our daily devotional from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn. Very glad to have you with us on this Friday, April the 29th, 2022, as we continue our look at Revelation chapter 5, the pivotal chapter of the book of Revelation. And in chapter 5, we have a scene in heaven where the slaughtered lamb has taken the book, the only one who is worthy of breaking the seals and opening the book. And I'd like to focus on the last few verses of this passage from Revelation 5. So I'm going to read Revelation 5:13 and 14 and offer a few reflections and close this with prayer. Then I heard every creature in heaven and on earth and under the earth and in the sea, and all that is in them, singing, to the one seated on the throne, and to the Lamb, be blessing and honor and glory and might forever and ever. And the four living creatures said, Amen. And the elders fell down and worshiped. John of Patmos' vision places the slaughtered lamb with God on the throne. This is a radical vision in which the innocent victim is raised up. This is the gospel in which the story is told from the perspective of the innocent rather than the way that it's usually told, which is from the perspective of the powerful. In the politics and culture of every age, it is the powerful that control the narrative. But in the gospel, the script is flipped. The Christian gospel challenges all our political stories because those stories serve to justify our use of violence and to distinguish ourselves from those who suffer in our culture. So in our politics, we work to blame the other side for the oppression of the victim. But the gospel and this vision from John takes only the side of the one who is oppressed. Humans have a history of blaming other people. In our culture, as I said, we blame the other political side so that in this case, everything is either Biden's fault or everything is Trump's fault. I don't mean to minimize any crimes that they may have been committed by either of these leaders. But I would like to point out that the gospel shifts our attention away from blaming to the task of venerating the innocent, lifting up those who have been oppressed, who've been overpowered by the powerful, and to remind us that the gospel does not allow us as followers of Christ to use a political story to blame the other side. The gospel makes us put our attention on those who are suffering, to lift them up, to support them, to encourage them, and to love them. This, I think, is truly the vision of the book of Revelation. Let's close with this word of prayer. O God, the source of our being, the goal of our desire, and the guide of these our pilgrim days, we have turned aside from the ceaseless fret of life that we may think of all it means for us. We would stay for a moment the noisy shuttle of time, that we may watch the pattern it is weaving. We would hush our busy thoughts that we might learn in silence the mysteries of our being. Beyond the clouds that veil our sight, we feel the sun must still be shining. Behind the tangle of human affairs, some mighty purpose working. Beneath the strange yearnings of our souls, there moves thyself, awful, vast, and holy. Gleams of purpose have visited our minds. The sense of some great destiny accompanies all our thoughts. We have reason for believing thou art nearer than we think. O God, our life, our hope, our strength, leave us not. Make us sure of thee. Disclose thy purposes. Make thy way straight before us. Amen. Thank you for joining me this morning from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn, and I hope you have a very good day. Goodbye.